Mm. Hopefully everybody's having a wonderful Monday. Dylan has said that he'll join us. He is in the middle of a very intense stickman battle game right now, so he's going to join us. Today was really his idea. We're going to do our cereal challenge, and basically, if you see on the board here, you can see these little pieces of cereal. This is something that Dylan came up with a while ago about we had some round cereals and we basically little nails stuck into the board. And you hit them with the darts and they explode and they make a big mess everywhere and there's still cereal all over the place, even though I clean up constantly. It's kind of fun, makes it a little bit more challenging. I actually have, because we're using Cheerios, I've had a couple of shots where I actually hit in the middle of the Cheerio, which is kind of makes it even more fun. It's like maybe it's the new challenge. But he really likes to do this. It's just a little bit more work for me. But he'll be out here to join us, and he hits them occasionally. So, and the interesting thing that you'll notice when today starts with him is he uses his soft tips, and they stick perfectly well in that Shot Bandit Duro. So what I'm saying there is, if you're in a situation where you can only get a board, but you want to practice with your soft tip barrels because they're slightly different, maybe a different weight, different style, or you've got a young one, like I do, who wants to play darts, but having a grand board and other dart boards and space and all that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. The soft tip will stick just fine in the sessile board. At least the Bandit Duro works perfect with that, so that is a hit for shot. Bandit Duro, great board to get. Not on the highest end of the price, not on the lowest end, good price point, and great board. So there's my push for Shot Bandit Duro or the Shot Bandit, either one. I happen to have the Duro. It's a little bit tighter sessile, which does. We'll get into. Sometime I'm going to do soon. I'm going to do a show on boards, and we'll talk about differences of having the more packed sessile and how that affects, like within an area where there's heat versus an area where it's cooler. It does actually matter as to how hard the board will be and whether or not your darts will stick well. But with all that said, welcome to Coffee and Darts. I am your host, Matthew. This is part of the Atomic Darts little train we got going. If you happen to go check out today's video that was launched, you'll see that we're starting something called Darts on the Go. And, Dylan is going to help me film the second episode today. We're actually going to head out to our church, which is vacant, of course. There might be a few people there, and we're hoping to grab one or two of them, see if they want to hang out with us and play some darts. And we might get kicked out of there, because technically they're kind of like, hey, we don't want a bunch of people around. So we'll see how that goes. But we're going to do that this afternoon, and that'll get posted later this week. Speaking of which, if you're not a subscriber, why don't you go ahead and subscribe? We would love to have you as a subscriber. You'll know whenever we do these videos and other videos as well. So you're welcome to subscribe, and we do fun things like this, and of course we do giveaways occasionally if that's a draw for you or not. We'll be doing a giveaway later this week as well. So anyway, before I get into throwing, and I know I'm taking up a lot of time, sorry, I do want to say thank you to our military, to our veterans, to those that are currently in the military. Today is a day where we do celebrate our past, our military past, but it really is a matter of thinking about the sacrifices for the freedoms that we have. We get to do this on a day where a lot of people don't get this opportunity, and so we need to be thankful for the sacrifices. We've all had someone close to us in the family, somewhere in our lineage and so forth, that has paid the ultimate price, given the ultimate price so that we can have what we have. And so we need to be thankful for that. We need to let all this junk out there just be gone for at least a day and be thankful for what we got. No matter what side you sit on of the COVID deal or the aisle or whatever that may be, remember that there are those that are currently putting themselves in harm's way for you, and there are those that have put themselves in harm's way for you, and there are those that have paid the ultimate sacrifice for you so that you could have freedoms. There's nothing greater than doing that. There's nothing bigger of a person than willing to do that. And then you think about, the spec ops and that whole community has become so huge in the media because of what we have now. Just want to say that a lot of those guys signed the dotted line with the intent of giving their life for you. I know a lot of people that join the military because it's a great job and it's a great this and that, and they don't necessarily join for that opportunity, but there is that group of people, of men and women, that sign up specifically with that intent to say, I am giving up my life for others. So let's be thankful for that. And at the same time, we need to be thankful for all of those that work in service for us. Teachers, paramedics, doctors, RNs, people that work at a hospital, people that work in any service field, our police, our men in blue, we really need to be thankful for them. As much as there are issues with that, we need to be thankful because there are a lot of good men and women out there that work in law enforcement. And we have freedoms to have laws and to change them. The other thing is the men in red and the women in red, our firefighters. You need to be thankful for their service as well, because they know that they are giving up time with their family, their loved ones, and there's a good possibility that they're going to be injured, potentially die, saving your home from burning down. So we need to be thankful for that all around. And dads, let's be thankful for the service of our wives at the same time. I know we just have Mother's Day, but every day we can be thankful for that. So, all right, let's get into some darts. We're doing the cereal challenge. Kind of thought Dylan might join us during my little monologue there, but he hasn't yet. But I hear him making noise in the background, so at least he's functional. I'm going to get started, so I'm just going to throw. I don't want to actually hit any cereal right now because I want Dylan to join us, but I'll probably go for some double 16s and crush that one. That's fine. Let's have some fun. Let's throw some darts. Hopefully you guys got your coffee, enjoyed my monologue, and got some coffee, and we'll throw the darts. If you are watching, please leave a comment. Say hi. Tell me where you're watching from. And that way I know I'm not by myself, just having a conversation with myself, which apparently I do often. All right, let's see. I've not thrown a dart yet this morning, so this will be interesting. So I've been trying to do some workout stuff. I really want to get back to my youthful self. But I'm finding that as I am doing my push-ups and burpees and other things, my arms sometimes get jello-y. And then I go through darts. That's actually that should be like a challenge in itself, because it's kind of interesting and fun. Oh. Sorry, I gotta do this real quick. Oh. Ooh. Something in my eye. Ooh. Hopefully you guys are enjoying your day. Wherever your day may be. Oh. Mm. Oh my gosh. Oh. All right. I'm just gonna wake up there. Wow. Mm. Oh, there we go. Trying to get there. Almost got that piece of cereal. Well, I clipped it. Did not actually blow it up. So I'm excited about darts coming back. There's some chatter about darts being back. There's It depends on when it comes back. I know Darts Referee, which is a YouTuber out there that's been blowing up. I like him and I hate him because he's like crushing it in the world of YouTube. Basically, what matters, that subscriber count and all the views and all that. He's doing really, really well for someone who's new in the space. But he was a professional darts referee with the PDC, and that gives them a huge amount of credibility, and people want to talk to someone that was there literally on the stage for a lot of killer events and situations in darts. And he's doing some cool videos. He's doing some, not so much review type stuff, but he's doing fun things. He's got his girlfriend involved. And it's fun. It's fun. It's more fun type stuff to watch. But anyway, I have no idea where I was going with that. Totally lost track of where I was going. But I like the Darts Referee. Check him out. I totally lost my train of thought. It's Monday. Oh. Really lost my train of thought there. Oh, that's what I was saying. He has a video where he does the monetary calculations, and if depending on when we come back to darts, Peter Wright, the snakebite, could be the world number one from a dollar standpoint, which of course is how they figure that. Man, I blocked my view. Oh, that was horrible. That was really bad. And so that's possible. So Peter Wright might come back not just as a world champion, but as the number one player in darts. And he would maintain that for a while, depending on how play happens and how he's doing. But that could be interesting, depending on how long this whole thing goes out. And again, he's got a thing. He's done all the math and the calculations and figured it out. And it's a pretty interesting video. Speaking of snakebite, Joe posted, there's a fan page for Peter on Facebook. Damn, man. And Joe, his wife, kind of runs it, and she posted the other day about material, like product, shirts, and all that stuff. So I guess they'd gotten some new stuff back in, jerseys, and they're replicas. But he'll sign them for a couple extra bucks more. But they are out there. So if you go to the Snakebite, if you're a fan, and you go to Facebook and you find the page of Snakebite, or Peter Wright fan page, I think is what it is. She's got a link to their page, but you can just go to the website in itself. Oh, that's a bad morning right now. And order some merchandise, some jerseys. So I know, like Red Dragon, I've got one hanging up on my wall, which is from Red Dragon. But I think he's only worn that style jersey. I think he did once, and it was, for some reason I remember seeing him wearing that, but it might have just been a Red Dragon ad. And anyway, at the time, those were the only ones available, and I purchased one with... See that? Uh-huh. Alright, now I'm feeling good. And you gotta remember to take the little nail out. Oh, man, I'm feeling good. I'm gonna play with my soft tip for a minute, just so you guys can see that action. Where are my soft tips? Oh. I'm just going to switch up to my soft tip so you can see that action. But anyway, I bought that jersey with the idea that I was going to see him. Yes, the shop board is awesome. I'm actually about to throw, so I had a question about that, with my soft tips. So I was throwing with my steel tips. I'm going to throw with my soft tip at the grand board. This is one of the cool things I really love about this board, is it receives these and holds them really, really well. That's how nice the sessile is packed, because my son can play on it doing the cereal challenge, which we're doing right now, and we can use this board because I don't want to do cereal on the soft tip board. Totally makes sense. But I'm going to actually throw my soft tip darts so you can see how it accepts them and holds on to them. So yeah, I think this is one of the better boards out there, especially for this purpose if you got little ones or if you want to practice with your soft tip. And this is the board you have with you, like traveling and stuff, it makes way more sense. Or you can just do a segment of the board. You can cut these things and take it with you, which is what Snakebite used to do. But anyway, let me throw with this. It'll be interesting. Oh, I'm used to these right now. But that's with the soft tip. And it holds on to it. So yeah, in my opinion, one of the better boards. Good morning, Michael. How are things on the East Coast? Hopefully they're fun. Hopefully the weather's good. Haven't checked it lately. I got a friend of mine that lives near the Bronx, and he always does he's from here, so he does weather updates constantly, complaining, but he moved there. His fault. Ooh. So if you're just joining us, we are doing the cereal challenge where I've got pieces of cereal stuck to the board. Dylan, this is Dylan's creation, and Dylan should be joining us. He was sad that we didn't do darts with Dylan yesterday, but his older brother was over, and that meant Pokemon all day. His older brother really is good with him in regards to that because it's literally hours and hours and hours of Pokemon. It was hours of it, and Jacob, my oldest son, he just chilled. He loves Pokemon too, or at least was into it really big, so it's kind of fun for him. But I think if it was like a week worth of it, it would drive him nuts. Boogie down Bronx. So anyway, this is the cereal challenge where you have cereal attached to the board, and you throw your dart to explode the cereal. Which I did. I had one of the 60 segments, so I did blow that up. If you haven't seen it, you'll have to go back, rewind, and you'll see do it in slow-mo. It's actually kind of fun to watch how the cereal explodes, whatever, implodes. So, Michael, hopefully you guys are having a good time there. I'm not sure exactly where you are on the East Coast specifically. Not registering in my head, but hopefully things are good over on the East Coast, especially with all the craziness that's kind of been going on. And I know where you're at, it's a little bit more of a hotbed, so to speak, than where we're at. Where I'm in northern San Diego area in Oceanside, and it's, you know what, I've gotten to know my neighbors a lot better because of this thing. So if you look at the pros, there's been some pros with this whole thing, and there's been some cons. But let's play darts. Oh, so we nicked it. We didn't explode it. So we nicked it. I took a chip out of the Cheerio. But so anyway, Snakebite. There's quite a bit of. So I was talking about this. If you go to his site, currently there are some jerseys now. The purple jersey that he wore during the World Championships, those have sold out. Whatever the replicas that they had. Got to have a nice conversation with Joe via Facebook, and I went ahead and ordered a signed jersey. Just, something you got to do if you're a fan. There are a couple of jerseys I would like to get signed. Now, I have one that I would love him to sign, but I'm okay with purchasing one. So, Michael, unfortunately, all I know about New York is from a West Coast standpoint and like movies and all that. So you're from Brooklyn, and then you moved to Westchester. Isn't that a conflict of interest? Correct me if I'm wrong there, but isn't that kind of like that's like me from San Diego moving to Watts? Or actually, that's more like moving from Watts, which is part of LA. It's an area within LA. That I am lucky enough that I have a friend whose mom lives there, and you don't mess with the mom in that culture. And so we've been there a number of times. Okay, so I'm a white dude, Sid, who lives around the corner from me. I used to work with him. It was his company, so I worked for him. But he's a good-sized black guy. And his mom, Mama Sid, his daughter's name was Sid too. It's Cole Sidney. She was awesome. But we would roll up there because we were in sales, and we'd roll up there to see his mom. We'd be up there in the area, and like I would be out, and I'd get the look, like, because I'm some little white dude, and and like people would look at me, and then I would be going to her house, and they'd be like, "What's up, man? Hey, high five!" Like you didn't mess with her. It was awesome. It was like kind of that movie aspect thing. What? Welcome. Okay. And it was cool. Like, I loved that, and I see Sid all the time, and I love that the interaction that we would have. The quick story, I'll throw some darts and I'll tell a story. We were in Louisiana once, and it was comical. I don't even know what I was throwing at there. All right, let's go to the tens. I think Dylan is going to join us. I just heard a noise in the background. Got that one. Anyway, so this story, we were there. So we sold aftermarket automotive stuff. Sid was one of the original co-founders of Eagle One Car Care products. And that's a whole story in itself. But so we're in Louisiana. We're driving a Ford. I don't remember what it was, but it was a Ford vehicle rental. And we roll up to this diner, a smaller town. We roll up to the diner. We're dressed in good. I mean, like, we had jeans on, but button-up shirts, and we looked decent. We just come from meeting with a client, and it was a coffee type meeting, and so we didn't have to be super dressed. And anyway, we roll up to this diner. We start to eat, and we're getting ready to leave, and the waitress looks at us and goes, "Hey guys, or hey officers, this one's on us. Hopefully you have a nice day." And Sid and I looked at each other and we're like, "Okay." And we left a really nice tip. We just thought it was comical that it was because of the two of us together, and he's a pretty good sized guy and I'm not the smallest guy. They just assumed that we were police officers. It was comical. There are many events that happen with that, and we used to do this trade show called SEMA, if you've ever heard of it, which is in Vegas, big auto show. And man, I got some great stories from doing those shows, but I get tired thinking about them. Had a lot of fun doing the aftermarket automotive sales things. I was in my 20s. It was a blast. Hard work though. So anyway, there's, I don't know, funny story that had to do with Watts and all that stuff. Thanks, Michael, for the whole Brooklyn and Manchester bet. So anybody doing any? Hello from Newcastle, England. What's up? AI, Newcastle. That's awesome. Hopefully things are good in the England area. Hopefully the weather's not bad. Missed. So again, I'm playing with my soft tip right now, and you guys can see that this board is just, I mean, it's loving even the soft tip versus steel tip. So 5 p.m. in England. I have Atlanta on here and the Philippines, so I can't tell you specifically. Is it the one and the only? It is the Dylan. Your darts are right up there, bud. We're gonna play. We're doing cereal challenge. Here you go.
Did you already crush them?
I crushed a couple. I'm sorry. That's okay. There's still 3 up there. So why don't you come say hi to everybody? I want to make sure the camera's got you. I don't need to move it. Okay. Where are you gonna stand and throw?
I'm ready.
Right there. You're kind of cut off. I might have to do. I'm gonna do a slight adjustment. You go ahead and you do your throw, buddy. Make sure you say hi to everybody. I'm gonna. Oops.
We're not at the church.
Oh, I don't know that I can move the camera while it's live.
We're not at the church.
I can't. We are not at the church. You're right. That's later today.
I didn't even sure of the church.
I can't move cameras Oh wait, I can. All right. Woo! There we go. Cool. So we did that. Nice. Can you say hi to everybody? Everybody's been waiting for you. Make sure you look at the camera right up here.
Say hi.
Look at the camera right up here, bud. And just say hi, everybody. There you go. Everybody. Huh?
You said hi 3 times now.
We have AI Jackson, who's hanging out with us. They're all the way from England, Newcastle, England. Do you know where that is? It's kind of the other side of the world, kind of, sort of. That's cool, huh? It is 3:40 p.m. for them, and it is 7:40 a.m. for us. Wow, we'll have to go look up Newcastle, England when we're done, okay? We'll look up some soccer stuff.
For 4 hours past them?
No, they're ahead of us. They're in the afternoon.
Oh.
Yeah, it's almost dinner time for them. Isn't that cool? Someone's hanging out just to see you all the way from Newcastle, England. We'll have to look that up. That'll be cool.
I could catch a water king. Wait, you didn't top off that all the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So someone wants to know if this is yellow with Pikachu. Are those Pikachus?
Nope.
No, well, let them know. Don't let me know. They're not Pikachus.
They're pirates.
They're little pirates on there. I Pikachu. You know what?
I don't like Pikachu, but yeah.
You gotta talk.
You
No.
don't have any flights like that.
Yeah, we gotta talk normal. That would actually, I think, go over well as the Pokemon flights. Man. Ah.
Well, the 2 flights were close. That was a good job.
Yeah. So I would really like to see.
For me, it was.
There you go. Oops. I would like to see Funko Pops made with pro darts players. Oh, yeah, so I think I talked about the Peter Snakebite. If you go to their website right now, there are jerseys and other things available that he'll sign if you're a fan and you want to get those. So finish that conversation real quick. But I think that'd be cool. I want to see Funko Pop do darts. I'm really hoping that'll happen. Oh, man. Dropping that elbow. Look, hey. Rolling the threes today.
2 double yes. It's not May 3rd.
No one can understand you when you talk that way, dude.
It's not May 3rd.
No, it's not the 3rd.
Now why are you? Because it's a wish. Dude.
Lifesavers are Fruit Loops. Those are actually Cheerios.
What?
They're actually Cheerios. It's the healthy Cheerio type thing. Someone gave us a couple bowls of them, and we use them for the cereal challenge. But Fruit Loops would be fun because they're multicolored. That'd be kind of cool. I challenge everybody to do this because it's amazing how that little bit throws off your view with your throw. Again, I'm not the best darts player in the world, but it's kind of interesting. And I have hit in the circle of the Cheerio, so that's kind of become a little challenge for me, at least with the bullseye.
Yeah, you got 2.
So when it comes to the bullseye, that's my goal, is to actually do that. So let's try that now.
You
Can I do it live?
You did it in the bullseye later.
Oh,
You got 2 green bullseyes.
I got 2 greens, but no red ones.
Oh yeah, I remember I got 2 green on that side. The one I tried to shoot.
Lifesavers would be good too. I don't know how I'd stick them to the board. These are actually stuck with a small little nail. So here's one that I hit a little earlier, and I'll pull the nail out. Ugh. And so that's what we use. There you go, dude.
Yeah, oh, you have to use the package
Yeah.
cereal. And I knew you lots back to the cereal. I saw that in the pantry.
Yeah, the cereal do explode when you hit them. It's kind of fun. And of course, I record a lot of this stuff, so we go back and I've got a couple of them. We did a cereal challenge about a month and a half ago, and Dylan got the first one, and it's cool to watch because it just wow. I need to cut that out and use it somewhere in a video. Oh. Oh. You're up, dude. Still waking up?
My darts, no, my darts are going down.
Your darts are going down. Big plans for today?
Not really.
Not really. Twisted that one. No major plans?
It's not your 3-day weekend off anymore.
Huh?
It's not your 3-day weekend off anymore.
It's not my 3-day weekend off anymore?
Is it?
Well, technically I don't have my normal job today, but I've got to go do an inspection for someone in a bit.
Pokemon card.
Pokemon cards. So, because of the COVID thing, I work from home now, my office.
Not bad.
Which is a lot of fun when you have kids because they want you to play, but they understand I have to work. And they're, oh jeez. They're,
Dada.
yeah.
Actually, there could be a package or or like in the mailbox. There could be some vases for Pokemon cards. And Jacob yesterday he ordered me some of those.
Okay, so your brother ordered you some Pokemon cards?
No, not ordered me Pokemon, but Pokemon vase. Like Pokemon vase, because you can put like special cards in the vases.
Oh, okay. He ordered you something? Oh, okay. Well, we'll see when they come in the mail.
They are really small, so they could come in or
So, my steel tips, this is for AI Jackson. This is a 21 gram. This is this shot Yi. I'm blanking on the grouping of darts that they do. But this is the Yi. So Y. Take my glasses off here. It says on here. Thought it did. It's the YU. But it's a shot barrel. And then my soft tip is another shot barrel. This is part of the Zen lineup that Shot did. And this is a 20 gram. So I have thrown 26 grams. I fluctuate back and forth, but this is kind of what I've sat with and I enjoy. And then I have an L-style shaft and L-style L3 flights. And that's on both of them. Slightly longer shaft on the soft tip, which I should probably use on my steel tip just to see what that slight adjustment does. My problem with my throw is I'll flick, and I need to fix that. And so my dart spins a little to the right sometimes, and sometimes it doesn't. Huh?
If you go high up and go down here.
Yeah. Do you have kids? Do your kids talk with their mouth closed? It's quite interesting. I got it, bud. I don't want to knock anything over. You're supposed to hit the cereal, man.
I'm fine, cool.
You're hiding, cool?
Dash. I'm trying.
Roy, I don't think you'll be disappointed at all with that barrel from Shot. The Roman Empire, incredible, and I actually reviewed that barrel. It's sitting right over there, I can see it. That just an incredible amount of grip, really nice barrels. I really like what Shot does. Who did I just... I've got a couple of barrels to review. There we go, there's another one. Oh.
You hit
Come
the...
Come on.
Toast.
Toast.
Even the...
Toast. But that's a great barrel. Again, I like them as just a manufacturer.
That was 16 with the power of it. Why?
We'll go for the bullseye. Hit the double 16. You're good enough to do that.
I know, but take the mango. Since you already moved it. Not over there. Thank you.
Going to your other board. So AI, I would look into Shot. Shot's an incredible manufacturer. They've been around since 1970, I think it was. Yeah, it was 70. They're out of New Zealand, so they work with a lot of the Australian darts players. But great darts manufacturer. Really loves the sport. They they're making their own sessile boards, and they do just incredible stuff with their lathes on their dart boards or on their dart barrels. It's incredible.
Don't talk.
Unicorn's the one that I'm curious as to see. Like, I just ordered a few unicorn barrels. He loves Michael Smith. So I ordered some unicorn barrels to review.
I guess that is my third.
Your third favorite? Let's hear the lineup of your favorites in a second. So I ordered those. The thing I don't grasp with what Unicorn's doing is it's kind of like the same barrel, just getting a different color coding on them. There's not a huge amount of change in what they're doing. It's still a lot of rings. There's not a lot of extra cuts. And I'm just curious what the methodology is, because they've been such a great darts manufacturer. They've had some of the best players play for them. But in recent years, it doesn't seem like they've stepped up as to their barrel manufacturing. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's just how I've seen and what I just don't see it. It's like they keep adding, they'll add a black version or they'll do a silver star version or something, but it's really the same barrel. They're just adjusting it slightly.
My favorite player are.
That went too high.
Peter Wright and then.
You gotta say it normal. You can't say it with that. Who are your favorite darts players? Step right over here. Step into the camera. Look at the camera. Let everybody know.
So my favorite darts players are Peter Wright, and then they changed out from Gerwyn Price too. I don't know his name, but I think that he might know, but he probably didn't watch the video, and it was.
What color is his jersey?
Well, it is white and a little black, and he had a little golden star on his. I think that was because he got pretty good dart player, and then there's Robbie, Gerwyn Price, and then MVG.
Then MVG.
Oh, yeah, Gerwyn Price, and then actually Michael Smith, and then MVG.
And then MVG.
And then in the last time that Daddy said the red and black guy, he's actually wrong. There's a different red and black guy that had his shirt on.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about Asp.
Yeah, that wasn't.
Aspinall.
Yeah, there's actually
another one.
Yeah, but you weren't watching much of that one.
So it's red and black, and there's a star on the jersey.
No.
What else is on his jersey? Do you remember?
That's all I know.
I thought you said there was a star on his jersey.
No, that was on my second favorite player. I'm talking about my fifth favorite player.
Oh, your fifth. Oh, there's a fifth favorite player. Okay.
And then the next one is.
Was his? So your fifth favorite player, because I think I know who this is. Was it red and blue and black with some stars? Was there some blue on it? Does he have an eye that's kind of like a little crooked when he throws? I think it's Duza. I think it is, but because I've heard him say, "Oh, I like him." But so anyway, we got at least a lineup of 4. We got Peter Wright, and then we've got someone who wears a red and black with a star.
No. It's white and black.
White and black with a star.
It's a little black. Yeah, it's a kind of golden star that's little. My second favorite player.
Okay, golden star that's little. I have no clue who that. White and black with a golden star. I'm not sure who that is.
Yeah.
Our third favorite player is Gerwyn Price. He's dropped down. Or is it Michael Smith?
Well, since I changed on my second player instead of Gerwyn Price, and then Gerwyn Price.
Third one is. So then it's Gerwyn Price. Then it's Michael Smith, MVG, and an unknown player.
And then after that, there's actually the blue star guy. That he has blue stars right on like here.
His blue stars right there.
And they're blue stars because they're in the same thing.
Oh, okay. Well, let's throw darts, and we'll try and figure this out. We're gonna go through a bunch of the darts players today
And it was
and
also,
see what we can find out.
And it was also black too.
So there is a question for you.
Mostly black.
How would you celebrate if you hit a 180?
I don't know what a break is.
Celebrate?
Oh, celebrate!
Yes. How would you celebrate hitting a 180? Now, you have hit a couple 150s playing soft tip. How would you celebrate if you hit a 180 or a 170? What is the 170?
Big fish,
The 170 is called the big fish. But give us a celebration. How would you celebrate? Just come right here and give us, come on. Would you scream? Would you pull a Gerwin Price? How would you do it?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I never hit a one.
You haven't.
I thought I did until I hit 160 and then oh, but they were out.
So we haven't practiced our 180 celebration, have we?
I only go for hat tricks.
You only go for hat tricks.
Well,
So-
not always, but sometimes.
Yes.
But I don't really hit any hat tricks.
Sorry, Michael, can't get an answer for you on that. When he hits a 180, hopefully it'll be on camera and we'll know. But it has been exciting when he has hat tricked the I think 4 times now, 4 or 5 times. You keep count of all that stuff.
3,
Only 3 times?
maybe.
It's kind of fun because it's like
Maybe.
everything stops for a while.
Oh, maybe you thought that when you hit the first. Maybe you were thinking when you hit the first bullseye, and then
that was
keep
dumb.
going over again, and then I keep doing it until I got a.
No, I'm talking about legitimate. Legitimate.
No. I think one was back to his friend 2 times. Oh no. I think it was 2 times or that or.
I have at least 3 photos where you've done it. Because I've taken pictures of you each time that you've done it. I have at least 3.
That could be it. I don't know.
So, AI, I thought it was Dobie. We looked at his jersey the other day. We've watched a lot of Hollywood, but it's just black and white. So he was like, no, that's not him. That's what I thought too. I thought it was Hollywood.
Little yellow or golden stripes. Yellow or golden. I think that's more like golden.
But I thought it was that as well. But I was told no. So, but I like Hollywood. I think he's an up and coming. He's got a good little swagger to him. He's got a little, which I like. So
well, it could be Hollywood.
it could be Hollywood now.
I think it really is.
Can I get over that dart? Apparently not. Oh.
Well, you got inside. You got totally inside, and you moved it.
So I am showing this off because I'm kind of excited about it, but my intent was to hit the cereal. I'll admit it. My intent was to hit the cereal.
So you don't have to take a photo of that since you already took 2 pictures of the last one.
Yeah, I should have taken a picture of that, huh?
Yeah, but you didn't need to.
So.
If you already took 2 that already got 2 in the same place, that was almost like on the same thing.
Yeah. So AI, you're talking about multiple sets of darts. I've had the pleasure of, like, I owned a dart store. It was an online dart store. So I had the pleasure at that point of buying a lot of different brands, as well as brands sending me stuff. Like I would get advanced barrels from stuff that's coming up. They would send them to us just so we could check them out. I've been to a couple of the little manufacturer party type things that happen in Vegas during tournaments. And so I've had that pleasure. And there's so many manufacturers that I really enjoy seeing, like Volks. If you're not, like, they do the craziest barrels. Those are fun. Bottleson, who I love to death, they're a U.S. company. They just are still living in the 70s. It's all about kerneling, which they've got the ability to do so much more, and it saddens me. But Schott just seems to be such a quality company for the ones that I've met. And I love Target. I mean, Target does some really cool stuff. Their new bolide barrel really has some cool features to it. I really like it. So it's not that I'm only about Schott, because I really like a lot of the other stuff that's out there. Just when I think about the manufacturers in darts, I rank them Schott, target. I want to say Winmore is kind of my number 3 in that range. No, it's Red Dragon. Ooh. Red Dragon, definitely. Ooh. Definitely Red Dragon. I wasn't thinking there. Red Dragon would probably be the next manufacturer that I just love how they handle and do things. Bah. Now I can't hit the stupid thing. Ooh. I'm going to have to go soon. Yes, Dobie's jersey is sweet. I love that Hollywood thing. I'm like, if I ever were to be a pro player, that would have been something I would have wanted being from Cali. But you all right there, bud?
Yeah.
Yeah? A little off? Got to make sure your gear is tight. But, Dylan, what's your nickname?
Pickle Paco.
What is it?
Pickle Paco. Is that pickle? I like Pickle Paco.
It's pickle?
Yeah, but I like Pickle Paco.
It's pickle?
Yeah, but I don't like Pickle Paco.
You like pickle Paco?
Pickle Paco.
Pickle Paco? So his nickname is Pickle. And so I have...
But I added a last name for Pickle.
Been working on a kind of a jersey design for him, or a buddy of mine has been. So I'm going to get a jersey made for him, and Pickle is his thing. We've got to come up with a theme song for him. Because I'm setting him up for the PDC.
Firing Pickle.
I'm setting him up for the PDC because I'm going to live vicariously through him. He's only 6. He doesn't understand. When he hits 8, it's going to be darts routine. It's going to be like full blown. I can't hit the bullseye for nothing.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Hey, Roy, have a great Memorial Day. Enjoy your day. I got to take off here soon, too, because I got to go do an inspection on a property.
Is that a broken window?
No, it's not a broken window. It's a property I have to. So, just so that you guys know, if you're still hanging out, I currently work for Zillow, if you know who Zillow is. But prior to that, I worked for myself for a number of years as a home inspector, and that's how I ended up with the job with Zillow, which has been... Are you going to take off? You done? All right, later, dude. Say bye to everybody. I'm ending the show, too, so you got to look at the camera, though, and wave. Bye. I'm going to work on the camera action with him. So anyway, it's been a blessing for me because I took that job in August, and of course all this stuff happened, and a lot of my friends that are home inspectors have been slower. There's still business happening for sure. And anyway, I still have clients or agents that like to use me, so I do them on the side. And I actually have one this morning. I had a call yesterday for an inspection, and so I'm going to inspect a really nice condo on the beach. It's a horrible life. But I have to head over to that here shortly. And with this new methodology of doing things, social distancing, I get to be there by myself, which is totally fun. I get to look at this beautiful condo by myself. I crank music in my ear and I just do my job. It's awesome. It's a load of fun. But I thought I had today off, and Dylan was talking about that earlier, about having 3 days off in a row, because that doesn't happen for me most times. But hour and a half I'll be done and back home. So Atomic Punk, yeah. Or I'm going back to Cali. Going back to Cali totally works for me. I have some other ones. There's a band called Carrollton that has one that the song is called I'm Made for This. And if I was really any good at darts, that would kind of, I've liked that one, but the going back to Cali works. I guess my nickname could be like Cali Boy. We could make that work. I don't have the blonde hair anymore, but that could work for a nickname. Because I've been a home inspector for a long time, it was the inspector was my nickname, given to me by someone else, but I could roll with Cali Boy. Yeah, AI. I'm enjoying watching some of the online darts league stuff on YouTube. It's a blast. I'm not happy with what the PDC has pulled off. It's super boring to watch. Just watching a dartboard, it's super boring. One of the best things about the PDC is the personalities and the people, the darts players, and we miss all of that in what they're doing right here, which is saddening for me. Iceland, their darts league is back up and doing live, and they've actually got people. There's actually humans there, and so that one's kind of fun because they're kind of back to the norm for that. So if you want to watch some, now I can't hit it. If you want to watch some live darts where there's people, Iceland's league, which plays on Facebook primarily, is live. This will be a conversation for Wednesday, but why? I know the BDO is pretty much defunct, but this was a huge opportunity if they could have gotten a little bit of cash, because they had the technology YouTube-wise, because they did so much of their stuff YouTube-ish, to overtake the PDC in viewership from a YouTube standpoint and breathe some serious life back into that league, or that organization. And I don't know why they didn't. They should have done good cameraing. I know it would have been at home, but they could have had multiple cameras like I do, which is simple, and really taken over. And I'm saddened that they didn't do that. And I think they really had a great opportunity here, and it's been blown. It's kind of like when, when UPS had a strike a number of years ago, FedEx got into FedEx Ground, basically bought out DHL to compete, and took a huge chunk of that business from UPS because you couldn't ship with UPS, and we needed ground shipping. The BDO could have established themselves really, really, really strong had they gone for it, but they didn't. And I don't know why. It could have been a money thing, or they may just be like, we're done. So, Michael, something that you had made a comment about, and so I've gotten, do you like Mike or Michael? Not sure. But something that you made a comment about some of the older matches, darts matches. Like, I've watched a few of them, but you were talking about some of them, and so I went online and found a ton of matches to watch, found a couple different YouTube channels that are showing the old matches, and have really enjoyed watching some of these from the 80s and early 90s matches, and it's been a lot of fun to go back and watch, and Dylan will watch. If a darts is on, he'll sit down for hours and watch, so I've been able to talk to him about that, and one of those players that he's talking about may have been from watching one of those. I'm going to have to go back and watch a couple that we've seen and see if someone's got a jersey that looks like that. Now, if he had said black and red striped, that would have been easy, but of course not. There we go. Got the bullseye. And missed the double 16. So, it's been fun. I've actually been, and let me know if you guys think this will be cool, but I've been compiling video clips. Like, I've done a bunch of Gerwyn Price ones from just his scream and interactions he's had with other players, and I've been doing some of the other interactions with different darts players and some of the older stuff, kind of compiling them to put some mashed videos together, like a Gerwyn Price that'll be like 3 or 4 minutes long of just all his screams and his little shoves and interactions and trying to take someone's head off in the World Championships. We're not going to make any comments about that. Gerwyn Price throwing a dart right behind Peter, but things like that. So I think that'll be cool. I don't know what you guys think, but hopefully that's a lot of work to mix that all together. But hopefully I'll have that done this week and be able to show that to you guys and see what you guys think. But I thought it would be fun. Hey, Jockey Wilson, Bobby George. Oh, I just watched a great match between Bobby George and the cocky man himself, it was a World Championships where Bobby George just implodes. It's so awesome. He does this, and he does this right here, and he's like, and he's got his black and gold on, and it's just awesome. I love him. He's such an entertainer. Anyway, guys, hey, I have to jet out. I really got to go do this inspection. We will, of course, be back Wednesday with Coffee and Darts. We'll be doing that. Dylan may join us. He may not. I never know what his schedule is. So we'll be doing that. We did miss Darts with Dylan yesterday, and that's kind of one of his reasonings for wanting to come this morning. But thanks for hanging out. Check out the YouTube channel as far as other videos. There's some stuff on there. I just dropped one today where I talk about a new show I'm doing called Darts on the Go, which we're filming our second episode today. And Dylan will be a part of that. He's really into that. And I also talk about the Grand Board stand. So the stand that Grand Board Darts or Grand Darts did, they have a traveling stand, and so I review that in that video. So check that out. Don't forget to subscribe. Got to ask that one for sure. And if you're interested in merchandise, it is available at atomicdarts.com. I've got hats and shirts, and we're going to add some more stuff this week that we've been working on. That's kind of it. Check us out again on Wednesday for some more live darts. Hang out with us. I think I'll just do a basic practice session that day. We'll see. We'll talk about BDO maybe, a little PDC, whatever you guys want to talk about. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for hanging out from England. Thanks for hanging out from the East Coast and all across the world. We really appreciate that. We will see you guys on Wednesday, but I got to jet out and get to that other stuff. Have a great day. Thanks, guys.